What's up YouTube, how you doing? Adam here. Now in this video, I'm going to be bringing you a huge collection of very, very cool gadgets, accessories, tech, that kind of stuff. I call it the top 10 tech accessories, I think, but there's a lot more in this one, a lot more. And this time I'm doing it slightly differently because I'm going to talk to you guys on the camera and I'm going to hold stuff up to the camera. Normally I do all the really beautiful kind of theatrical stuff, but a lot of people have said we'd prefer if we could see you kind of talking and stuff. So let me know if you prefer this or the other way. I'm sure it'll be a 50-50 split and maybe I'll just have to kind of mix it up like I am right now. Now, another thing as well, a little disclaimer, no one has paid me to say anything I'm about to say in this video. There is no sponsorship. A lot of these things I've bought myself for my own use. Some have been sent to me, obviously. But no one's paid me to say anything. It's all my own opinion and I can say what I want about these products. It's completely up to me. It's not a review, so I'm not going to tell you the good and bad or anything like that. It's just me talking to you about some cool stuff that's out there on the market today that aren't high price items, just some real cool tech. So anyway, let's dive straight into it. And first up, I did show you this in a video just recently, which was all about what is NAS and why would you use it. This is the QNAP TAS268, and this is a tiny little 2-bay NAS. It has two 3.5-inch drives in there, although you can use SSD if you want. And this particular one is a really, really great unit for home entertainment. It doesn't have a fan, so it's completely silent, apart from the fizzing hard drives, obviously, that you can slightly hear. And it is just a great device. I use it on my little 4K TV that I've got over there on the side of the room, and it's just brilliant. I can watch all my movies, all my photos, I can link it up to everything else, I can back up to it, I can do a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to know more about this one, then check out the links down in the video description. All of these products, I'm going to leave links down in the description below as to where you can buy them, where you can find out more info, all that kind of stuff. And also, I will put a card up here now that says about the video that I put this into. So check that out. Very, very cool if you're looking for a home entertainment system. Now, next up, this is something that I purchased just recently. This is a 960GB SSD drive, and it says that it's capable of up to 550 megabytes per second on the sequential read and 500 on the sequential write. Now, if you remember, I brought to you guys a video a bit too long ago about the graphics cards that I'm going to be using in my new build, and this is going to be the drive, or one of the drives that I'm going to use in that new build as well. I mainly chose it because of the price, to be honest, in comparison to the performance. It's not the highest performance one that you can get. It's definitely not the slowest, but such a great price point for such a huge disc. And that's all I need, really, to be honest. So yeah, that's going to be coming up in my new Hackintosh PC build that I'm going to show you guys very, very soon. I'm going to finally get around to it. And in fact, on that, I've got the motherboard, I've got the graphics cards, I've got the processor, I've got the SSD, I've got the case. So all I'm waiting for now is just memory and a couple of other bits, and I can really crack on with that. Now, this is one that I use all of the time. Again, I bought this myself. This is a little USB charger, but this one, it does 10 devices at once. And you're probably saying, well, I've got loads that do 10 at once. But this can support up to 12 amp hour output at any one time. So this thing, you could have 6 running at 2 amp, for example. Or you could have 4 at 2 amp and then 4 at 1 amp. Something like that. But either way, it's very, very powerful. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them kind of don't do anywhere near that. They do like 5 amps or something. So you can see here, 60 watt 10-port USB fast charger by a company called Sabrent. I literally found this online, bought it, tried it, and I've been using it for quite some time now. Again, links down in the video description. And in fact, the way that I use this, I've got little drawers down by the side of the desk, and I drilled a hole through the back of them, and then I place this inside. The power cable comes through, and I leave it in the drawer, and I have loads of cables coming out of it with all different connectors, and then anything I want to charge, I put in the drawer, I tuck it away, I close it, and it keeps everything kind of neat and tidy when you're charging it, rather than having it all, you know, laying around all over your desk and stuff like that. Now, next up, something a little bit different. This is from the gearbest.com website. Now, if you haven't seen the GearBest website, you should definitely check it out because they do a crazy amount of cool stuff on that website. Again, they haven't paid me or anything to say this. This is a product that I'm using. And the GearBest website, you can buy drones off there, you can buy just so much cool stuff that you can't get in England, and it's all at a great price. Now this I bought to record my fishing with, and the reason I went with this one is because it's got a fantastic price point, and unlike a lot of the non-GoPro ones, it also does 4K at 24 frames a second, also does 2.5K at 30, 1080p at 60, and 720 at 120 frames per second at 720. So yeah, and the other thing I like about it as well, it's got a 1600 milliamp hour battery, and I believe the GoPro is about 1050, I think. I could be wrong. So this one is called the Firefly 6S Sports 4K FHD DV. Not too much of a mouthful. Like I say, I've already been using this, so it's kind of open, but let me just take it out. Now, I love the 4K with this. One other thing I absolutely love with this is all the accessories you get. Look how many accessories you get. You even get a tripod mount. Now, if you was doing this on a GoPro, you'd have to pay, I don't know, at least 30 to 40 pounds for that, I think. 30 to 40 dollars, whatever it may be. Very expensive. This thing comes with tons and tons of accessories in the box already, which is great. Loads of kind of sticky clamps and all kinds of stuff. And then the camera itself, if I can get it out, comes as default with a 30 meter depth waterproofing housing goes around the outside, and you can see it's not big either. It's actually very, very slim. No screen on the back, little screen on the front to tell you what's going on. Like I say, all of the kind of standard fittings. You can take this out of here as well if you would want to. Let's just take that out. If I can open it up. Wow, it's sealed in there. Oh, and the thing itself is tiny. Look how small that is. Really, really thin. Micro HDMI and mini USB there on the back. And yeah, it's a great little GoPro type action camera at a much, much more affordable price point. Much, much more affordable. Now, in terms of the video quality, like I say, this is not a review, but I'll just tell you my thoughts. If you're in really good light, or in fact, if you're in good light, it's almost on a par with a GoPro. But as the light drops, the quality drops in comparison to a GoPro. So this is definitely better for more well-lit situations. Although, because of the 4K, it does actually perform quite well, even in lower lighting. But like I say, not on a par with the more expensive ones in that regard. Now, next up, let's talk to you about this. This is a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a full review on this actually in the next couple of weeks. This is the Rode VideoMic ME, and this is a microphone for smartphones, and in fact this is specifically for the iPhone and also the iPad, and this is designed to give you increased audio quality when you're recording either audio or video. Now you can get an app for the device, but actually what comes included in the box is this. So this is the microphone itself. You can see, very, very tidy little unit. It's got this little clamp here on the back. So what you do is you just plug it into your phone, butt that up against it, and that just keeps it in a completely solid position. On the back, you've even got a port there, a 3.5mm headphone port, which actually allows you to monitor the audio as you're recording it, providing you're using an app that supports that. Now, in addition to that, you get this incredible dead cat that goes with it, and this stops all wind noise. Now, in terms of the device itself, it's at a great price point. Rode are fantastic. I use loads of Rode devices. I'm recording this now on a Rode VideoMic Pro. And this particular microphone, if you're in a perfectly acoustic sounding room and there's no other noise, the difference between this and the inbuilt mics on an iPhone 6S, for example, is not huge. This definitely sounds less robotic, but it's not a huge difference. However, the minute you go outside, especially where there's a little bit of wind, or you go maybe to a shopping centre or something like that, where you've got sound coming in from all the different sides, but you want it to hear you directionally, this thing destroys the microphones that are built into the phone. And because it's directional, it will pick up what you're saying or what your target is saying rather than everything else around it, which you get with smartphone speakers, and they're just not great in kind of loud environments. So a really, really fantastic product there from Rode. And like I say, I'm going to do a full review on that as well very, very soon. Now, next up, this is again something that I've bought myself. These are the Plantronics backbeat sense. Now, I use these Plantronic headsets all the time, like that, little Bluetooth headsets, just for making and receiving phone calls. And this, I wasn't expecting a great deal out of this. I just thought, you know, they're kind of in the market for making business headsets, stuff like that. For audio listening, when you're talking about music and video, I thought these aren't going to be great, but I wanted to try them out. And to be honest, I was pretty much blown away. First up, the way they get packaged. Inside there is all kind of paper tissue, and you open it up and then you get presented with this case here. I'm going to throw this box on the floor, which is very, very nice indeed. It's like a kind of khaki type material, like a really, really thick cotton. And then inside the bag, you get the headphones themselves, and just look at them. They really are very, very nice indeed. Really, really high quality. And the thing I like about these, they last a very, very long time with the inbuilt battery. Completely Bluetooth and NFC. All of the controls on the sides, as you can see. A little bit of rose gold as well, which I like. Brown kind of leather look here, which I think looks really, really classy. And they're very, very light. Really, really exceptionally light. So if you're doing like a commute, for example, every day, and you know you're wearing them for long periods of time, then these are going to do you a great job, purely because they are so light. Now, in terms of audio quality, like I said, I wasn't expecting much, but they sound great. They really do sound great. For their size, they just sound fantastic. I couldn't believe how good they are. You have to try them yourselves and see what you think. But nice and light, very, very cool looking, high quality looking. They are the Plantronics Backbeat Sense. Now, next up, this product here is something that my friend Zen sent out to me. He runs the company called AyeGear, AyeGear, and there's not a lot to say about this other than the fact that he has delved into the world of portable batteries. So you can see here, this is a 2600 milliamp hour battery, and the thing I liked about it is it's got a built-in torch, which is very, very cool. So it's very compact, it's got a torch. I think this is brilliant for giving light to your wife or girlfriend, daughter, so they can have it in their bag and they know that they've always got a charge if they need to use their phone, and they've also got a torch, or in fact children as well. In fact, anyone this is good for. So yeah, AyeGear, they typically make gadget clothing. Now, I use these clothes all the time. I've got one of the jackets that I wear up to London when I commute so regularly. I slide my iPad in the back, and it's got about 30,000 pockets on it. That's an exaggeration, but it's got a lot. And it's very comfortable and waterproof and looks quite cool as well. So check out AyeGear's products. This is just a little new thing that Zen has started doing. So check those out on his website as well. Sorry, I'm going to drop this on the floor. Whoops. So next up, a couple of products from a fantastic company, KitSound. Now, this is the first one. And this particular product is called the KitSound Link. And the idea of the KitSound Link is that it is a multi-room Wi-Fi audio adapter. And this in particular is powered by Qualcomm AirPlay. So I'll just show you what the box itself looks like. There you go. Very, very nice unit. It's got the power button on the top, and then round on the back, we can see we've got all of the inputs and outputs. So we've got here a 3.5mm auxiliary out, DC power in that uses a micro USB, and then we've also got an optical out as well as a reset button. Really, really small, compact, light unit. And what this enables you to do is link it up to a pair of powered speakers and have multiple of these little boxes all around the house, and you can stream the same song from Spotify or iTunes or whatever you want to use to all of the rooms at once, or two of them, or one of them, or three of them, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of just like a multi-room audio streaming platform, but at a much cheaper price than you would typically pay. And KitSound make great products as well. Now, this is another KitSound product. This particular one, this is the Hive 2 Bluetooth speaker, and I actually use this in my bathroom upstairs, which is why I've put it back on the wrong way around. I'll just show you the packaging there. And this is awesome. This speaker is of such a size and quality that it will fill a room with sound way louder than any kind of mobile device will do. Built into it is also the ability to make and receive phone calls. It is also fully NFC compliant, micro USB to charge up the inbuilt battery. The inbuilt battery, I believe, lasts about 10 to 12 hours. And it's got a really nice kind of feel to it as well. It looks great, comes in a whole range of all different sort of colours and whatnot. And yeah, it's just a real great sounding device that have been brought out by KitSound. And I have these portable speakers, not that one particular, but lots of different ones. I have one in every single room in the house. And when people come around and they want to listen to podcasts, or they want to listen to music, or they're staying over in the spare rooms, for example, the speaker is already there and they can do that. And they also make great presents as well. Now, next up here from one of my favourite companies, Creative. How long have we been using Creative products for? They've now increased their portfolio to include so many great products. I use loads. And the reason I got this one is because it's rose gold. How awesome does that look? You can see I've already opened it and been using it. Now, this particular one, Bluetooth 2.1, you can also, the reason I like this one, put a micro SD card in it and use it to play music straight off of that. So this thing, take it on holiday, put it in your suitcase. It's nice and small, really attractive, and the speaker sounds great. Obviously it's tiny, so it's not going to kick out the most ridiculously high quality bass, but it will fill a room with sound quite easily and be of a much higher quality than you would imagine from its size. It's got all of the kind of buttons on it, so you can fast forward tracks and all that kind of stuff. 3.5mm auxiliary in, and the battery lasts for 6 hours, and it can also be used to make and receive phone calls as a loudspeaker as well. Now, next up, I have got a couple of products from a company called EasyACC, or EasyACC, is it? I'm not quite sure. This particular one, the reason I liked this is another Bluetooth speaker. This is the DP100. The reason I liked this one is because it's slightly bigger than the one we just looked at, and therefore kind of gives a slightly better sound, but also the battery lasts for 16 hours, and it looks awesome as well. Check that out. So round on the back, we've got the power, which is just a standard micro USB, so you can use anything. Power on off. It's got a built-in battery, like I say, that lasts forever. You can make and receive phone calls on it. It's also got all of the controls there on the top. Nice size, nice weight, and kicks out. I mean, these speakers keep blowing me away, to be honest. I look at that and I think, how loud can that be with what quality? And then you listen to it and you're like, wow, that is loud and a great quality. So yeah, that is the EasyACC speaker. Also comes in a nice little bag as well, a nice little kind of velvet protective bag. Also comes with the charging cable and everything else that you're going to need to use it. So that is one product from EasyACC. I suppose it is EasyACC, is it? I'm guessing. Anyway, next up we have this, again from the same company, but this time this is the powerbank PB10000CF. So this is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and this has got smart outputs that can do 2.4 amps from each output. So this is another higher powered device. And the reason I really liked this one, two reasons. One, it has a little torch there on the front, which is very cool indeed. It also has the two outputs there, and also just look how slim that is. Really slim, phenomenally slim. It's also got a little power reading as well. If I just light that up, that you can see there, 4 little kind of dots, I suppose. And like I say, just a really kind of tidy, small 10,000 milliamp hour battery. Chuck that on the floor. Whoops. Now, next up. Now this is going to look like a sponsored element of the video. I promise you, hands in the air, this is definitely not sponsored. Some of these are things that I've bought, some that I've been sent, but where I haven't done this video for a while, they've accumulated. So I've got quite a few from my favourite accessories vendor, which is Anker. So I'm going to run you through these very quickly. First up, another Bluetooth portable speaker. This time, this one is the Soundcore Sport. Now this is great because of its size. Check that out. It is very small indeed, but it has got a driver on the bottom and a driver on the top. And because it sits on a surface and that is coming out of there with the trapped air, it sounds very, very good indeed in the lower ranges. Now, again, you can use this as a Bluetooth speaker to do your phone calls on if you would like to. It's also got a line in, it's USB powered. The battery life is very, very good as well. That is the Soundcore Sport. Now, next up, we've got the Soundcore, packaged very, very nicely indeed. Anker put a lot of attention into presentation, and if we open that up and pull out that speaker, you can see that we have now stepped it up a level in terms of the actual size. I'll get that around the right way. You can see it's got their name there kind of embossed into the grille on the front. On the top, we've got all of the controls that may well not focus. See if we can get it to focus. There you go. You've got all of the controls there on the top. We've also got auxiliary in, power from micro USB, microphone, and yeah, what a great little speaker. This is obviously slightly bigger than this one, although both in the kind of Soundcore range. So just another great sounding Bluetooth speaker that you guys can use. I'm a little bit addicted to these Bluetooth speakers. Next up, I'm not going to get this out, but this is a case for the iPhone 6, and this adds 2,850 milliamp hour battery onto your iPhone 6. I am actually going to get it out. Now, the reason I got this one is because normally these cases are absolutely huge, and this one, look how thin that is. See if I can get this to focus. It's really thin, you know, there's no weight to it whatsoever. It's got a little indicator there on the back to tell you how much charge you've got. And what they've also done is they've put some grills here on the front so it doesn't kill your audio quality when you're playing back like music or voice or whatever the case may be. Also comes with a charging cable and a little audio connector so you can still plug your headphones into it as well. And the thing I really love about Anker is that they include things like this. And you can immediately tell them through that card, through a whole bunch of different mechanisms, whether or not you're happy with the product. That's how confident they are, and I like that. I like that they've put a little bit of attention to that. And in fact, sometimes when a few of my followers have had like an issue with an Anker lightning cable, which are just you know, those kind of cables that do sometimes break, although the Anker ones last better than most. They've tweeted me, I've tagged Anker into it, and they have fixed that situation immediately. So, you know, what more can you ask than that? Now, this PowerCore +1 with Quick Charge 3.0 from Qualcomm. Now, if you've got a device that supports that, this is literally just a replacement for the little power brick that you get included, but you know, it's a spare one, an extra one, a replacement, whatever you want to call it. It's only got one USB port on the back of it that you can see there, but like I say, it does support that Qualcomm 3.0 quick charge, which is great. Now, I'm going to finish you up here with a flurry of batteries. Now, so I don't have to say it about each one, the best thing about Anker's portable batteries is the milliamp hour to size ratio. So just bear that in mind. They quite often have the absolute smallest battery in terms of its physical size in comparison to its output. So first up here, we have got the PowerCore Mini Plus. Now, when I first got this out of the package, you can see here, look how tiny that is. Really, really tiny. USB port on it. You also get, with every single Anker product, you get the cables and a little bag as well, a little mesh bag that you can put it in. Now, when I got this, I was blown away, because if you look at that, what size would you say that is? I would have said 1,500, 2,000, but no, it's actually 3,350 milliamp hour in that tiny little thing, and it's also intelligent charging, which means that this can output at 1 amp. This little tiny thing can output at 1 amp, and you can get it in a whole range of different colors as well. Next up, we have here the PowerCore 13,400. So let's take a look at that. I love portable batteries. They're great gifts. In fact, you know what? The amount of times that I've given these things out as gifts, and people have come back to me and said, Ad, That is the best present I've ever been bought. It's bailed me out of so many situations. I can't tell you how much I've really enjoyed that product. So this one, like I say, forgotten the name, PowerCore Plus 13,400. 13,400 milliamp hour in that tiny little box that's literally the size of my palm. Again, intelligent charging ports, so it knows what ratio, what power to output your particular device at. 2 ports and a micro USB in to charge it, as well as that indicator that you can see there that tells you how much charge you've got left. Again, comes with the bag and the cable as well. Next up here, we've got the PowerCore Plus 10,050 milliamp hour, and this one has got, as you can see here, Qualcomm 2.0 quick charge. So if your device supports that, again, it's going to charge it up real quick. Now this one, 10,000 milliamp hour, bear that in mind. Look how small that is. Just look how small that is. That is absolutely crazy. Now this one has only got 1 port on it. Still got the little charging device there built in, the monitor, sorry, that tells you how much you've got left. 10,000 milliamp hour. You can charge your iPhone like 4 times with that or something, or 3 times or whatever. And in fact, this one, I will open up the other bit and I'll show you the quality of the bag that you get with every device. There you go. Really nice little padded Anker bag. Every single one of these things has that bag, and they fit it as well. They're not all the same size. Last but not least, my favourite, because I love the huge battery sizes, but also this one with a huge difference. I'll spin it around and give the game away. USB-C. So this one, actually, you charge it with a USB-C cable. Now this is 20,100 milliamp hour, and I'm going to show you this battery, and you're going to be blown away how small it is for 20,000 milliamp hour. 20,000 milliamp hour. Can you believe that? Built into that little unit. Now, like I say here, let's see if we can get this to focus. Is it going to do it? I think it's done it. You can see here, it's USB Type-C as the type of connector that you charge with it. So if you want to go all out USB-C, there is now another option for you, as well as the standard Anker display to show you how much power you've got left. 2 ports, and let's just take a look at the rating here. I haven't got my glasses on. This will output, God, the writing is tiny. This will output up to 2.4 amps per port. So this thing is an absolute beast. And that is it, guys. If I could show you, look at all this stuff all mounted up down here. That is it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it was very long, but I know a lot of you enjoy long videos. Let me know your feedback down below. Like I say, this video is just all about just showing you some cool tech, some stuff other than phones and tablets that is out there today that you can enjoy at a much lower price point. Hope you enjoyed it. I think I've already said that. Please do go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.